Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
We're all stars now in the dope show. We're all stars now in the dope show. Lots of pretty ones.
All right, we are 1 second into the show now.
1 second.
One whole second. My name is Chris.
Oh, look at this. You're a professional right from the get-go.
I am doing great now.
And I'm Eric.
And what did you think of the song?
Something about a dope show, Marilyn Manson says.
Yes, he does.
Lots of dope in the show.
There was dope in the show, and it's from his Mechanical Animals album.
What? You know, I was never a huge Marilyn Manson fan, but what a performer. I mean, from a performance standpoint, he's an Alice Cooper, he's an Ozzy Osbourne, he is that. Even if you don't like the music, you go see the show, the spectacle.
It is definitely a spectacle. I saw his concert when it came out for the Mechanical Animals tour. I was living in Washington State in Spokane. I had never really been to a giant
So you were
arena
living
tour.
in Washington?
Washington State. And I'd never been to a giant tour, and I read the article, and he quote unquote, I feel bad for anybody that's never been to a large show before because nothing's going to be ever as good as this.
Oh, wow.
And since then, there's been one that's kind of been close.
Well, your Celine Dion concert.
No.
Well,
not Celine Dion.
It was Celine Dion. You told me that was
Paul
your favorite
McCartney.
show you ever went to.
Paul McCartney. And I was being paid to be there, and I only saw like half of it. But it was good.
Well, this is We Should Be Better at This.
Yeah, it is.
And speaking of, to segue on that, speaking of large concert shows, can I tell you something that's really disappointing to me?
Please do.
Okay. Well, I know you like it when I'm disappointed. So we were 6 weeks away as of 2 days ago from a huge concert, the Rolling Stones, on what is to be their final U.S. tour ever. They're all 75 years old. I was taking my mom, my wife, and my daughters to go see the Rolling freaking Stones.
And I saw the post online the other day.
Mick Jagger. So as of this morning, the word is he's having heart valve replacement surgery.
So he's dying.
Basically. But we were 6 weeks away from this concert that I bought tickets to. I gave it to my mom as a Christmas present.
In 1994.
Right. And these were not cheap. But I'm really disappointed because how often do you really get a chance to see what you would consider an all-time rock and roll band putting on essentially what's going to amount to their last tour ever?
Well, that's this year. In 2 years, it's going to be their final goodbye farewell.
Well, no, because they only play the United States about every 3 to 4 years. So you're telling me they're going to come back when they're 80?
Are they not from here?
No, they're from Britain.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah. But no, so Mick Jagger is going to die. This is all my wife's fault, Monique, if you're listening. She did make the comment of, well, I sure hope we get to this concert unless one of them dies.
I remember.
I said,
I said the same shit.
Yeah, so quite disappointed about that.
It's that Free Jack curse. He did that one movie, and they're like, what the fuck? What, Emilio Estevez
have you ever had tickets to a show that never happened because like the person died?
Yes, Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, my goodness, really?
Yeah, I had tickets to see his show at the Grove in Anaheim where I was working. I made sure I had the day off, and then he canceled, and he died like 2 months later.
I had tickets to a show for Sublime that never happened because he died.
Oh, yeah, that did.
And I had tickets for...
Nirvana?
No, I'm trying to think of another. I had another ticket. Shannon Hoon from Blind Melon. I had tickets to go see Blind Melon, and that's when he overdosed on heroin.
Whoa.
I'm not even a big Blind Melon fan.
I know. Like,
at
who
all.
is a Blind Melon
No one
fan?
is. But I had tickets.
Did you hear the latest Nirvana news?
No.
Billy Corgan's going to be the front man for a Nirvana tour with Dave Grohl and the other guy.
Chris Novoselic.
Yes. They're all going to go. There's going to be a Nirvana tour.
I'll admit, when you first said that just now, I immediately thought that sucks. And then I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I thought that actually has potential to be kind of cool.
Yeah. I wonder if Hole's going to open.
Well, she already.
Family tour.
Oh, there it is. Well, she did already open up the hole in his brain because I think she's the one who killed him.
What's funny is she opened up the Marilyn Manson tour that I went to.
Oh, there
it
you
all
go.
comes full circle.
It all comes from
Okay,
circle.
do us a favor. Go to weshouldbebetteratthis.com. That takes you directly to our Podbean area, so you can listen to the podcast. If you're not there yet, you
Yeah.
can check it out and leave comments.
Honestly, it should be all of your homepage. When
Yeah.
you open up the internet,
Your
it should
homepage.
be your homepage.
Our ugly ass faces
Yes.
made out of cartoons.
Ugly Ass Faces was my nickname in high school.
Was it ugly ass faces?
I want to talk to you about kids' birthday parties for a second.
Okay.
You have daughters and sons. Well, sons.
2 daughters and one son.
Singular.
Yeah.
Singular. I have 2 daughters. We just had my youngest daughter's birthday party, her 8th birthday party. Had a bunch of
Okay.
kids over. It was a pajama party.
Ooh.
How do you...
Wait, hold on. Okay. No, keep going.
Okay. I don't know how parents who have a lot of kids do it, like without committing suicide.
They're saying that once you have the third one, you
Yeah.
can go up to 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
And I
because you
don't
just
see-
start ignoring the kids,
Well,
basically.
of course, yeah.
Because
the oldest one takes care of the youngest one at that point, and the
Yeah.
car doesn't have to get any bigger, I think.
Well, I don't know. I mean, having that many kids, it wasn't even a ton, but having about 7 kids in the house yelling and screaming and running all over.
Wait,
and
how old again?
8.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you imagine like Octomom having like her 8 kids and they're all
my
the same
God.
age? And they're all the same age. It's one thing if they're staggered.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having like septuplets and
you-
having them all be like 5 years old or
How
something?
does that Sweet 16 play out?
Horribly.
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
You're like,
So-
I gotta buy 8 cars.
So I don't know how the hell that worked. I don't know how we made it through it. God bless my wife, who is stronger than I am. I wanted to just.
Your house isn't that big either.
It's really not that big.
It's not.
I wanted to spray them all down with the hose and tell them to go home.
See, now we did they all stay the night is the question.
They did not, because in this new freaking helicopter parenting, whatever, no one wanted their kid to spend the night. So it was come pick up your kid at 10 p.m.
It's a pajama party during the day.
Yeah, and they got picked up at 10 p.m. And then I realized a valuable lesson: don't put 10 p.m. on their invitation.
Yeah.
Put 9 p.m. because then the parents will actually show up at 10
p.m.
Because we put 10 p.m. and it was like 10:45,
Yeah.
and we're still waiting for kids to be picked up, and we're like, Jesus, just come get. I will lock the door and put your kid out on the patio. Like,
See, now we didn't do a whole lot of. I mean, we did parties when they were younger, but it wasn't. I mean, never sleepovers. The first sleepover I think we did with my oldest daughter, she was like 13, and we were the parents. We were the parents of the year because we had an old baby monitor. We had set up. So we had the baby monitor set up in the
smart
room so
move.
they could hear.
Smart move.
We took away all their phones. We turned all their shit off, and
Yeah.
we heard one person texting at like 10:30. We're like, "Get off your phone!"
Yeah.
It was interesting. But
well, we have to do it again because next week is my oldest daughter, Audrey, who's been on this podcast. It is her
She has-
13th birthday.
Jesus, 13?
And she's doing the same thing where she has a bunch of kids over until like 10 or 11 p.m.
she's a teenager now.
She's going to be a
Holy
teenager.
Shit, how
Yeah.
old are you?
I'm too old.
Yeah, you
is
are.
what it feels like. I'm 38 going on 58.
Yeah, that's what it
we
feels
actually-
like most of the time.
Yeah. But what do you? I know you have a Sweet 16 coming up,
did.
right?
We just had we just
Oh,
had
just
it.
had it.
Just had the 16-year-old's birthday. It was we're not going to have a party. We're not going to have anything. Let's just go to dinner in Beverly Hills for the day and let's hang out. And then the week before, apparently one of her other friends was having a surprise party thrown for her. So then, of course, what do? You have to one up them, and then you have to set up your surprise party. So we set up a surprise party. She was surprised for the most part. About a dozen kids in our backyard.
If you really want to surprise someone, don't have it near or on their birthday, because then it's not a surprise.
Right.
If your birthday's in April, you want to have a surprise party, throw that shit in January.
I'm down for
Be
that.
like, that's a full-on surprise party.
It's like, why are you guys all here? Happy birthday. My birthday's not for 3 months.
Exactly.
And now you're surprised.
Surprise!
You're right. though.
We actually haven't mentioned where we're broadcasting
Oh,
from.
shit.
Where are we broadcasting?
Hooters.
Hooters, the lovely restaurant, which we were just talking off air about. They call us Hooters because it's supposed to draw attention to the boobs, right? Let's
Correct.
be honest.
It is.
I'm an ass and legs man personally.
Are you?
I am, because you could see boobies anywhere. Like, there's women wearing low-cut shirts with big boobs all over the place. But
Every
how
mall in
often?
California.
Exactly, every mall in California. You don't really get to see butt cheeks throughout your day. Like, butt cheeks is not something that you see unless you're sneak a peek while your wife's getting in the shower.
Yes, but
Or when the neighbor's wife is getting
Well,
in the
the
shower.
neighbor's not-
Well, but I have a telescope and I make use of it.
I mean,
but
yeah,
but
your
it's,
internet runs off
but
your neighbors anyway.
seeing legs and butt crack is something you don't get to see every day.
It's nicer.
It is
I have
nicer.
to agree with you there. Yeah, I'm more of that too. I I haven't been to a Hooters in a long ass time because my wife thinks it's like you go there and women are objectified. I'm like,
Right.
no, they love it. It's like hot dog on a stick. They love the outfit.
Yeah, they love the outfit. They love the outfit. And honestly, if you're working at a Hooters, you shake what your mama gave you. I mean, you're using your assets, to use a word. You're using the assets that God gave you to make extra money, and God bless those women.
I heard that Hooters was the gateway drug to stripping.
That's what I heard. At least that's what women always tell me.
It's fine with me.
I mean,
the buffalo wings are hot.
We just tipped for our food, and I guarantee you, we tipped at a higher rate than we would have for a girl who did not have her ass crack shown.
Oh yeah, agree.
Right.
If I was at a strip club, I'd never would have tipped that much.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, she was way nice.
Screw you. Yeah. She was nice.
I had the sliders, and you know what I mean by a slider.
Yeah, and how much objectification do you think these women get at a Hooters?
Oh God, it probably gets worse throughout the day. It's like radio stations where the music gets dirtier at night.
Yeah. How do you think it is being a boyfriend or husband of a girl who works here, knowing that when she goes to work, she's getting her butt pinched, she's getting men ogling her, rude comments, sexual comments?
Get those tips, girls.
Yeah, I guess
those
so.
tips. That's all I say.
I'm too jealous. I couldn't deal with it.
I would be like, go, show off whatever the hell you have.
I mean, the minute she came home and said, "Yeah, a customer like pinched my ass and smacked me there," I would have to come to work the next day. Like I would have to like.
Did they tip you better?
Yeah. See, I just couldn't handle it. But we were coming to you from the Hooters in Anaheim, which is in the same parking lot as my Los Angeles Angels.
Your Los Angeles.
The team that has won one game so far this year.
This is the city that brought us together. This is the first city we ever met each other.
And living in small shitty apartments.
Yep, shitty apartments and cars from time to time.
Oh yes,
your guest room a couple times.
A couple of times. Sleeping on couches and futons.
Because you're killing me, Larry. Remember that shit?
I do remember that stuff. So besides coming to you live from the Hooters, what else do you got going on besides kids' birthday parties? I hear that you're not sleeping.
Yeah, you're just gonna.
I'm just gonna go. Let's just go right into it.
Yeah, no,
so pretty much, you have not slept in 137 hours or something.
That's not true. No, that's when I cut my arm off. No, but I'm not sleeping. I haven't been getting good sleep for the last year, and it all came to a head a couple weeks ago. That's why we haven't had a show for a few weeks, because I've kind of been mental.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Well, you were
crisis?
mental before, but this was like diagnosed mental.
Yeah, this was it. Yeah, actually, I went to a doctor this time, and she's like, "Yeah, you're fucking crazy." And I said, "Duh! I've been feeling this way my whole entire life. This week just got a little bit heavier, though." So,
well, you're going to have to mix in many different types of drugs, and eventually you'll find the right combination that'll knock you out at night.
That's right. I need some Xanax, a little bit of speed.
Yeah.
Maybe some heroin.
Yeah, you mix them all together, and it's all the rage. It's what all the millennials are doing nowadays.
It's a spoonful of sugar.
Yes, it helps the medicine go down. Well, it sucks that you're not sleeping. See, I have the opposite thing. Is I'm not sleeping, but it's not because of lack of sleep. I wake up stressed and stressing about work and all that. And
that's what drove me.
It is okay.
So we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Except for the boat we're in is the Gilligan's Island boat.
I know, right? It's a Titanic.
We're all sinking.
We're playing in the band on the Titanic right now. Is what we're doing.
I would like to segue over to something we've been talking about for about 2 weeks doing, and that is talking about we're big fans of TV and movies and all that kind of stuff.
I'm so excited for this.
So this is something we've been working on. It's been brainstorming for a little while now, and that is our favorite TV show themes. Now, TV show themes have gone away a little bit. Have you noticed that in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, tons of theme show songs?
Correct.
And then, and where I first noticed it, the show Lost, where they didn't really do a theme song. It was just a sound. It was
and the words,
and then the words came up. And
yeah.
nowadays, I notice a lot of TV shows don't have a theme song. They might have a brief opening, but there's never words. You ever know? There's no.
It's like a little jingle. It's all the ding ding ding, like The Office. Ding-ding. You know. They have the long versions and the short versions. Like if you notice when the episode's a little bit longer, the intro is shorter. Yeah. Or if the episode's a little bit shorter, the intro is like super fucking long, and it's got every single actor an extra.
Right. Which I mean, sitcoms are always the bastion of where you would go to find all your theme songs. That was where they started. But even dramas used to have it. I mean, you go back and listen to some shows from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah. But
here, let's listen to a part.
Let's listen to it.
Standing tall on the wings of my dream, rise and fall on the wings of my dream. The rain and thunder, the wind and haze, I'm bound for better days. It's my life, my dream, and nothing's gonna stop me now.
See, it's perfect.
It's perfect. And what's funny,
Bartaka move.
Larry.
Le cousin Larry.
Cousin Larry. You know, here's the other thing I noticed about listening, because in doing some research for this to find out which was our favorites, one thing I noticed that was interesting about these theme show songs, they used to tell the story of the entire show in the theme song. It was like they're fully explaining the show. And there's this guy, he had a kid, the kid went away, he married again. Like it was, they're literally going to tell you the entire arc of the storyline.
It is.
in song.
It's like The Flash, I think, had a really long one when it was in the 80s, and then now the new one's not so long.
All right, so
no, it is. Actually, the new one's long. Actually, the new Flash. Hi, I'm Barry Allen. I was electrocuted a long ass time ago, and now I run really fast. So guess what? I fight other people.
Yeah.
And look, there's another person that runs fast too. All right, let's watch the show.
So I thought before we name our top, I have a top two. I have my two favorites. What do you have as your top? How many tops?
I have one top one, but I have a couple like honorable mentions.
Okay. So here's what I'd like to do. Let's go through a couple of our honorable mentions.
Okay.
You'll play a little snippet of each one.
Okay.
And then at the very end we'll name our favorite. I have two favorites. They're tied. So I just picked two, and then you'll go with your favorite. So I'm going to go first with my honorable mention. This one is one that I used to sing all the time. It is from the 80s. It had a young actor named John Ritter. And it was about living in an apartment with two girls where he had to pretend to be gay to live in the apartment. And the show is called
Was he pretending to be gay?
He had to pretend to be gay. It took place in Venice Beach, and they would not rent the apartment to a guy with two girls because that was considered too sexual. So he pretended to be gay so that it was okay, which this show could never be around today.
And then he couldn't actually like hit on the girls. That's right.
He couldn't bring a girl home. All that kind of
my
stuff.
God,
the show is Three's Company. Let's play a little bit of it.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are
Hers and his.
Three's Company
too.
Okay, once again, another one that kind of tells a story of the show.
Does.
Give me one of your honorable mentions.
One of my honorable mentions would be, Perfect Strangers, I said a little bit earlier. But
Fantastic themes. I love the Perfect Strangers one.
It was so good. Sabrina the Teenage Witch was a really good one.
I don't remember that one. I just remember the talking cat and that I had a crush on.
The talking cat, right? Like,
okay, I want to hear it.
Sabrina.
Remind me of it.
Okay.
I don't remember that one as much.
MASH.
Okay, that was going to be my next one.
Okay.
So, MASH. Now, a little story behind this one. This is an interesting one. Do you know the name of the MASH theme song?
I do, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's like the chemical. It's like the something is smaller or shorter.
No.
What's it called?
The name of the song is called Suicide is Painless.
Suicide is Painless.
Now, here's the story behind the song. The guy who wrote it didn't actually write it. He just took credit for it. His 16-year-old son wrote the song and gave it to his dad. Allow me, if
About
you will.
suicide.
Yes, allow me, if you will,
Okay.
to give you some of the lyrics, if you will. Now, I want you to remember if your 16-year-old child was singing these lyrics, okay?
Because I remember this. They didn't do the lyrics in the show. It was just they took the music.
Yeah,
from it, the melody.
right. Okay. Through the early morning fog, I see visions of the things to be, the pains that are withheld just for me, and I realize, and now I can see that this suicide will be painless. It'll bring on many changes. I can take it or leave it if I please, but the game of life is hard to play.
Did you do any research after the fact? Did he kill himself?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to lose this fight anyway because I have the losing card of some delay. So this is all I have to say, that my suicide is painless. It works on its own way. The pain grows stronger. Watch it burn. The suicide is painless. It'll bring on many changes in your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Al Qaeda's theme song.
If your 16-year-old wrote this and go, here's Papa, here's a song I wrote.
Yeah.
His first thought was, I got a show idea for this.
Papa, he's like, this will be great. We put it on MASH. What's MASH?
But the theme song itself is quite fantastic. It is a really interesting song about war and all that. But the fact that a 16-year-old wrote this just...
I did not know that a 16-year-old, which is hilarious. And I think that the only time they actually played the lyrics to the song was when they did the movie, the Goodbye, Farewell,
That's
Amen,
right.
or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, very well. You remember that's the final episode.
Is that the actual name of it?
That was still to this day the highest rated TV show of all time. Because at that time, American households, we only had like
5 channels.
Yeah, but we also had 100 million TVs or whatever, and all 100 million were like watching the show.
Yeah,
So
no, I remember that.
they had like an 85 share or something.
That was it. It was an hour long too, which made a big difference. And I remember that because that's probably one of the first TV shows that got to say their own goodbye.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, everybody else just canceled.
So we got past a depressing one, MASH. What's another one you have in your honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. top two. I'm gonna say yeah. Fear the Walking Dead or Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. I loved that sound when it would first come on. My wife and I would get so excited.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
You know, I still have never seen one episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you can leave now.
Yeah, I haven't.
You're an idiot.
All right, I got one for
All right,
you.
what do we got?
The Twilight Zone.
Yes.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And my kids know that because of the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Twilight Zone, but the soundtrack is fantastic.
Something's on the wing
of the plane. What about Saved by the Bell? When you wake up in the morning and whatever it is here.
Oh no, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh. Yes.
See, now those are ones people just sing back.
And that one's one of those ones that you could actually play that song at a karaoke bar, and it would be a hit.
100%. See, there's a lot of shows like that.
Well, what about
What
about Sopranos? Play a little bit of the Sopranos intro.
The world turned upside down. Load of things ain't been the same since the blues walked in our town. But you want in a million, but you got that shotgun shine, shake my body. Don't under a bad sound with a blue moon in your eyes. Wake up this morning, got yourself a gun, got yourself a gun, got yourself a gun.
I've never seen an episode.
You've never
of
have.
Sopranos.
I mean, an absolutely fabulous
I've
show.
seen you remake the intro to
Yes,
Sopranos.
yes, he saw. Actually, I won a trip for actually doing that video.
I remember.
I
I remember you went and bought a camera, used it, and returned it.
And returned the camera. Oh, by the way, I also bought the editing software and hookup and returned it
And
as
returned
well.
it?
Yes, I did.
That worked.
Oh, good old Circuit City. No wonder you're out of business.
Right.
Okay, I think it's now time to get to our top two. I'll let you go first. What is your or top one? What is your number one?
I have a top two, but I know that it's going to be one of them is the same because we're that person.
I'm sure we will. So let's save that one. What's your other one?
Spider-Man.
Oh my God, classic.
Spider-Man
does whatever a spider can.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
See, and it's even like the Simpsons.
And it's
movie.
generational.
It's all Spider Pig.
Well, it's generational. You could sing that song to someone in their 50s and they'll get it, and you sing that song to your little boy, and he'll get it
because it's burnt into the fabric.
It's become part of our
even the new Spider-Mans. It's in the background and stuff, and a lot of the stuff. It's really great. I love it.
Yeah, actually, I never even thought about that one. That one's fantastic because it's universal. Everyone knows it.
Everybody knows it.
My mother knows it, and my daughter knows it.
Yeah.
It spans
Everybody.
every.
Yeah.
Even my
So
grandmother probably knows it.
It's a great one. It's one of those ones where you don't think about necessarily like, oh, a theme song, because it's just there.
So before I pick the one that I think we'll both pick on here, I was going to go with another one. This is one of my all-time favorites because I love the show, but the theme song is fantastic.
Okay.
The Golden Girls.
Yes.
Thank you for being here, you got to play. I want to hear it. Let's play it.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Okay, but what you don't know about this song is it was created before the show was ever created.
I did not know
and
that.
It was just a song that was out there. They grabbed it and used it for the theme song.
Do you think it was because they got it for cheap?
Probably.
Yeah, like it's like, hey, what's a fun song? First of all, that song is fantastic. I sing it with my sisters, my mom. Everyone sings it. My daughter, my wife. Everyone loves it. My daughter even learned her first song she learned how to play on the piano.
Really?
Was that song?
Oh, geez. See, now what's funny is, don't you think that this person's pissed? Like, I should have been born like 30 years later, so I could have sold 7 million copies of this for 99 cents on iTunes.
Exactly, because how many times has that song been replayed? Right? I've heard it at weddings. I've heard it played at weddings.
Probably got like $1,000 for them to use it. And he's like, oh.
At the time, the guy was probably destitute. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll sell it.
Yeah. And then like now you watch a show or something, and then the song's all popular. Like Pineapple Express had that. Oh my God. Yeah. That song was made 3 years before that movie ever came out, but it got super popular then.
After
so everybody
movie.
bought it. Yeah.
Which is now the trend to do. You find a song that you can get for cheap and you make it into a hit.
Yeah, you do. And then they just download it online, and then the artist makes money. And
so now for our number one pick, without even mentioning the name of, this is how recognizable this song is. We won't even mention the name of the show, but we're going to play it for you now, and I think everyone will know us right here, right from the opening lines. Here we go.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Tonight in Arkansas, there's a mother tucking in her daughter and turning off the light. A business owner is burning the midnight oil. An at-home dinner date is plating up possibility. And it's all happening under one roof. How? The power of a conversation, like the one John from Integrity Solutions had with First Horizon Bank about his vision for a sustainable mixed-use building. Now it's not just words, it's life. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/John. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.
Duh. I mean, Danny Elfman wrote it. Danny Elfman is one of my favorite composers. He's done amazing work with movies. But this was Nightmare Before Christmas. But this was just simplistic. There's no really words besides The Simpsons.
Yep.
It's just this simple melody, but it reminds me of my childhood.
Every visual, yeah, because it's been on for 30 years. Yeah, 30 years. It's so crazy.
When we went and saw Danny Elfman play at the Hollywood Bowl, he sings all the songs from Nightmare Before Christmas and all that, and he's about to go off stage. He comes back for his encore, and the whole orchestra does the Simpsons.
Oh, shut the front door!
I mean, that was just like, I'm like, okay, I'm done. We can leave now. I'm done.
I can die, actually.
I can die now.
I'm just gonna die now.
So
love you, kids. Bye.
So theme songs, while they've gone away, I want these producers and Hollywood execs that are listening. Please bring back the theme song. It's fun. It gave us something to sing along to when the show started.
It did. And again, like you said, it explained the show. We didn't have to watch every week to miss something or something. So
yeah, explain the show.
All right, that was fun.
That was fun. All right, do you want to do a little SMRT?
Yeah, let's do that.
I am too smart. I am too smart. SMRT. I mean SMART.
All right, Chris. Today I have 2 SMRT stories for you. The first one is about a meteorologist, a weather person.
Okay.
Now, before I get into the story, can you explain to me why we even need weather people on the news anymore? We all have phones. We have Alexa devices.
We don't even need the news anymore.
We don't even really need the news anymore. So, first of all, I don't even know why they exist.
Yeah.
But in this particular case, someone on the Weather Channel, I can't find her name. Becky Ditchfield.
Oh, great.
That's a horrible.
Oh
that's
my
a horrible
God!
name.
I hope it's a stage name.
She has been getting a lot of complaints called into the station.
Okay.
Now, it seems like when she's on, the people can't read the map behind her, and that is because Becky is 9 months pregnant.
Oh.
And her belly, she's getting complaints that her belly is blocking the view of the map as she's pointing to it's going to be 80 degrees here. Her belly is blocking the view, so she's getting complaints called in to the point where she had to respond on air.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my God. What did she say?
She actually brought in props, and I like the way she handled it. She brought in props and started covering the green screen with all kinds of things that she brought in as props, saying, this is how silly it is. Everyone needs to settle down. I mean, she handled it really well.
Human race needs to do better, man. Who cares?
She said,
it's old people.
This is a quote from her. In an effort to stick up for myself, I used the math I learned in school to demonstrate the actual size of my belly, she said in an accompanied photo of her measuring her belly.
She took the radius
then
and
she
circumference?
and then she took items that are of the same size and held them in front of the screen like beach ball, soccer ball, whatever, and said, is this bothering you? Is this So she handled it. I like it a lot.
Funny.
But this isn't a SMRT for her. I think she handled it well. This is an SMRT for all of the people who called in.
100%.
100%. What a jerk move, by the way. Some woman who's just trying to work and give a job.
It's those people that are like, you know what, Wheel of Fortune's over right now, and I don't want to stare at somebody's belly blocking my 80 degrees.
People did call in saying it's disgusting, and
really?
The words disgusting was used, and I don't get that at all. So God bless her for staying on the air and just
gay guy that called in and said, ew, she's pregnant. No?
I don't know that, but why would you ever say pregnant? It's not like she was standing there naked with her pregnant belly. She
Which
was
would have been better.
Yeah, I would have watched the news.
I know.
I would have actually
watched
watched
the.
Okay,
Unless
so
she's wearing the green dress and her dress,
and then everything
is her dress. It says 80 on her stomach.
Yeah, have you? See, well, I would go with it. I'd point right at my belly.
Like, I'm not blocking shit now. I'm part of it.
That's what she should have done. Just wear a full green suit,
right?
The next one I want to bring up. This is from LA Magazine, Los Angeles Magazine.
That's a thing?
Yeah, here
magazines?
Yeah,
Paper?
magazines are still a thing. They still
Really?
print them and everything.
Wow.
Yes, that's got to be
With the
expensive.
internet?
Yes. So this is from Los Angeles Magazine. Here in California, we're all about our cars. You've heard us talk about traffic and all that here. So we're all about our cars here in LA. So vanity license plates are quite big here.
Yes, they are, and they're annoying as fuck.
So I'm going
Sorry,
to. They are pretty annoying. Every once in a while you get some. But I want to read. This is the DMV has reviewed thousands of vanity plate applications last year.
Okay.
Here are a few of their favorites from LA Magazine. Now the DMV, I didn't know this actually. The DMV has to review each vanity plate that you submit.
Yeah.
And say yay or nay, thumbs up, thumbs down, like gladiator style.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, they do the same thing with. Well, there's different combinations of letters.
Yeah.
That are not allowed on
Right.
license plates.
So,
like I think Evelyn's grandma has Jew on hers, which they probably should have caught that one.
Yeah. So
all right, what do we got?
So here's one. This one, it's CCS 8JWS.
CCS.
Here's the applicant's explanation.
Okay.
The husband and wife's initials
Okay. CC.
with their year of marriage. The DMV's comments back for rejection. The 8 looks like the word hate, and JWS looks like Jews. So it looks like it's hate Jews.
CCS hates Jews.
Right? So they said verdict no.
Oh, wow.
Here's another one. It's ITSLIT. It's lit. Application's explanation. Lit is a slang term which means good, amazing, etc. The DMV's comments. Lit means intoxicated, and slit is a slang word for a woman's vagina. So it looks like it's woman's vagina.
So this is what they're doing all day long back there?
This is why we pay so much in DMV
This
fees.
is why we wait so long. All they're doing is laughing at these license plates.
Yeah. Here's one that I think we could all agree why we know why they injected. It was 420 EDDI.
Oh, yeah. Well,
the
that started
DMV's
wrong.
comment said 420 National Smoke Days, and then DDI looked like DUI, and so they're saying that.
Well, the 420, obviously.
Yeah. So what about one that says BMW HNTR?
BMW hater?
Hunter. BMW Hunter. BMW Hunter, and he has an Audi, so he's hunting down BMW drivers. That's unsafe driving. They rejected it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's another one.
That's too much thought.
ONW 2 BYB. It's
Owned.
on my way to bang your bitch, is what he says it was worth.
Oh, really?
And the DMV's comments and why they rejected it, it says, quote, what he said. We have a couple of...
Well, I wouldn't put down for the reason.
Okay, I like this one. Okay, it's HUF 4 RTD. Now, the applicant's explanation was, it's have unwavering faith, respect the day. I mean, it was a Christian thing.
Okay.
The DMV's comment said HUF, hoof, and then 4RT. They say it says, who farted? So they rejected it.
Who farted? It does. It says that.
Okay, wait, I got a couple more here.
Okay.
Here's another one. Once again, I can understand why they did it. But this one says, dick out.
Well, duh.
Now, the explanation from the applicant says he bought this car when his son moved out of the house. His son, Richard, moved out, and he was now able to afford this car. So it was dick out.
Oh.
And the DMV's
Richard wouldn't
comments were
fit.
just, yeah, exactly. That was exactly what he said. And they said, no, that doesn't work either.
What about rich out?
Okay, got a couple more.
fine.
Here we go.
All right.
DCK XTSN. The applicant's explanation: I'm the extension of my dad. My father's name is Dick, and I wanted to be so it's. And the DMV's comment says no. It says Dick extension,
which is what I might have had happen a few years ago when I could afford the surgery.
Alrighty,
No.
and then the final one here that I'll do is
All right. Oh.
FUK
Oh, geez.
TRMP. This person says they're a trumpet player, and they said it's a funky trumpet, and it's a music genre. The DMV comment said, no, that says fuck Trump.
Which I mean, is okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to say. But anyways, there's a list of about 30 of these if you wanted to go on the magazine
shit, that's awesome.
and read them. But I do think it's funny that our DMV, we pay a ton of fees to live and drive in this stupid state.
Yes.
And someone's full-time job, I'm assuming,
I'm guessing a lot of their full-time jobs
to
because
review
they
these
ignore
plates.
you when you're at the fucking DMV.
Exactly. So anyways, that's the end of our SMRT stories for the
shit.
week.
All right.
All right.
What are we doing now?
All right. How would you like a little love-hate?
Let's go.
Then I just hate you, and I hate your ass face.
I hate you, Ron Burgundy. I hate you. No, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool.
Would it interest you to know how much I hate you, Johnny? I hate you so much that I would destroy myself to take you down with me.
All right. I only got one of them for you today, but I want to talk about these. Love, hate. We're going to pick the people that we love to hate the most. These people that really get under our skin and should be stricken from the earth. My first one up for today.
Okay.
People who wear sports jerseys for sports when they're out of season.
Okay.
This drives me insane.
Does it?
It drives me insane. And the second one is car who parks in front of your house for more than a few hours. Now, I'm willing to allow a car to be parked in front of your house on the curb. I know we don't own the curb space. I get it. But I'm allowing that car there for a few hours. You're visiting someone, whatever. But when that car is there for like a day, 2 days, I wanna smash the windows of that car.
This happens more to you, obviously. It's geographically.
Well, but I'm just saying, you're telling me it doesn't happen over you? If someone parks in front of your house, don't you kind of want to know who the hell are you?
Nobody's parked in front of my house like that before.
Why? Well,
I have a different area.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I live at the end of a street. So, like, if people don't stop at the end of that street, they'd hit that car. So I'm sure people don't want to park there. But
what do you think about the sports? Well, what do you think about the sports jerseys? So let's say it's December or January, and someone's walking around wearing a Yankees jersey and a Yankees hat.
Yeah, no, I definitely see it there.
Or like right now wearing a Raiders jersey with a Raiders hat.
Definitely. See, I don't wear my football jerseys when it's not football season. Now, I'll wear the shirt maybe or a hat like I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing my Seahawks hat, but not a jersey for sure.
Well, my daughter has kids that'll come to school year-round wearing like a Dallas Cowboys jersey.
Because they only own 3 shirts.
Yeah.
They are Cowboys fans.
Well, they're Cowboys fans. That's a good point. But my point is, okay, guy, I get it. You're such a big fan off-season and on. You're wearing the jersey.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little pathetic.
I agree. I definitely agree to a point because the team's not paying you.
Yeah.
Like, you paid them to wear that jersey.
Yeah, you paid a lot of money because those are expensive.
Yeah, so maybe that's why they're wearing it, because they want to get their $100 out of it.
So maybe you're not as angry about the person who parks in front of you, but I want you to imagine on your street, someone always parking in that space in front of your house by the curb. And they're always parking right there.
That one's the worst one,
right?
Of course, yeah. I would
if you have a neighbor who they have spot kind of by them, but they're going to, and I know you don't own the street. That's open public property. They could technically park. They're not breaking any rule.
No, they're not.
But they're breaking a gentleman's agreement, if we will call it.
We won't park our cars very often in front of the neighbor's house, even though she never parks a car outside because she only has one car.
But it's a little bit of respect for your neighbors and all that. And I get it if like they're having, let's say your neighbor's having a birthday party and people are coming. I get that. Yeah. But that's what I mean. For a few hours, I'm fine. But when that person parks there and that car's still there, like a day and a half later or 2 days later,
you're like,
I'm like, I'm going to go out there and flatten your tires. So of those people.
So the question, I guess, that I should ask you is, have you flattened tires lately?
Well, don't park in front of my house. No, but I do. You know the stuff that like when you always see it driving down the freeway, the written on the windows, we're going to the National Junior High School Cheerleading Championships. Go Team Titans and all that kind of stuff. I bought one of those markers and I used to write on the windows of that car.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, I mean, they can wipe it off. I'm not doing any permanent damage, but I'm writing on there like #1 dickhead, like celebratory messages, like celebrating 10 years of being a dick.
Like, I brake for assholes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll write that kind of stuff. I used to have these magnets that would stick on the person's bumper, and it would say things like, I love getting anal and stuff like that. And I would buy those bumper stickers and I put them on the back of people's cars because they don't notice it. No, whoever looks at their bumper.
Nobody ever.
And I want them driving down the road and just getting honking and all that. And it's like says, I love honk if you love anal.
It's
and
all
stuff like
FCKTRUMP.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if it was me picking, I think it would pick the car because that's just the person. I think you're right. The person who's wearing the sports jersey, they're just maybe trying to maximize their value.
Maybe they're homeless.
Well, if you're a Cowboys fan, you should
probably
be.
Are homeless. That's a motorcycle.
Yeah, that is a motorcycle.
All right.
He also has a small penis. Anyone who has a motorcycle that has to be loud has a small penis. That's my theory.
All right, now you have to fill for the next minute so I can go to the restroom.
Okay, so I'm going to fill. Let me talk to you about buying Amway products. Now, it's a great opportunity. Have you ever wanted to be your own boss? Of course you have. No. So my favorite thing to do when Chris walks away is to talk shit about Chris. So first of all, his beard. I mean, come on, dude. What is this? The Wild Wild West? Who do you think you are? Second of all, I don't know why he walks out with his penis and balls hanging out of his pants. Now, he thinks it's charming. I personally think it's a little risque. I wouldn't do it. And then finally, the odor. I mean, I get it. Some people like Limburger cheese, but I wouldn't really call it a cologne. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, his wife is a very lovely woman, and his kids are great. But what I really want to know is, have they all told him yet about they have another father, that they go to another father for love and affection? I don't know if he knows this or not. Anyways, please go on and rate and review us. We are desperately looking for your feedback, and one day we will read some of our reviews online because some of them are quite funny. Chris is draining the main vein right now in a Hooters, and I think he's going to go flirt with a waitress. Well, she just slapped him. Excellent. Yes, that's good. And now he's getting escorted out. So I might be finishing this all by myself. Ah, yes. Taking a drink of my margarita out here on the patio. It's a beautiful, sunny Southern California day. How do you feel about salt on the rims? I don't know if I'm a fan necessarily, because I usually put too many. There's never the right amount of salt. And also, a margarita should be a lime margarita or a strawberry margarita. I'm noticing now you're seeing a lot of passion fruit margaritas, stuff like that. Not really a fan. And that is exactly why Chris had the rectal surgery. It was from inserting too many toys in there. All right, so he's back.
Okay, well, that was fun. Yeah, the really loud country music in the bathroom when I was peeing.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Like me and Garth Brooks.
Yeah?
I don't know any other country artists right now.
Wait, you're from Washington and you don't know any other... Washington?
Yeah.
And you can't name any more people than Garth Brooks?
Trisha Yearwood? Oh, Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
of course.
She should go on my list, actually, really.
She might.
Speaking of that list.
Are we doing that?
Let's do that list.
I wonder who wrote the book of love.
Okay, so the list, if you haven't heard the show before, is a list of females. Well, females or males. Any
I do have.
Honestly,
I have Paul Rudd.
You do.
I nailed him down.
Yeah, you did nail him, jerk. So it's a list of people that if we ran into in person and consensually agreed upon having coitus.
I practice coitus interruptus.
Do you?
Yeah, that means I can't last and I end too early.
Oh, okay. That sounded like some fraternity. See, I didn't go to college. So if agreed upon, the coitus can take place and the wife cannot get mad. Now, it's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
I mean, Paul Rudd, we have a good shot. But other than that, we don't really have anything.
No.
So we just add somebody
It's
to our
wishful
list.
thinking.
It is.
It's wishful thinking.
This week, I'm going to add Mary Poppins.
Emily Blunt? Is that who she is?
Yes.
Or the actual Mary Poppins,
Emily
the
Blunt.
fictional character?
No, Emily Blunt. I'm adding Emily Blunt. Just because I want her to wear that outfit.
Oh. Would you ever wear that outfit?
No.
Would you? No?
No.
Isn't she married to what's-his-face? John Krasinski?
Yeah, because they did the
Quiet Place.
The Quiet Place, yeah.
Which,
that
by the way, was a really good movie.
Yeah,
it was really... I loved what a risk take they did in that movie where there's probably like 20 lines of dialogue in the entire movie.
Best kind of movie.
Yeah.
Unless it's foreign, because then you got to read it. But
we actually went. I know we're getting off topic here because that's a good choice. Emily, but super amazingly talented.
Oh, she's
she's gorgeous.
Chameleon.
And, she's great at everything she does. We went and saw the movie Dumbo.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
It was horrible.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Steve.
And I love Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, and Steve Burton as well, his brother.
Yeah.
I love Tim Burton movies, but this one was weak. The storyline was non-existent. The father had no bond at all with the kids. Like, you're looking at it, you're like, did they just show up and met for the first time on the first day? No. Colin Farrell.
Oh.
Colin Farrell's character, who plays a dad with the two kids, right? There's such a lack of chemistry that I literally think they showed up and said, okay, and go. Like there was, which is probably what they did,
acts.
right? There's two kids. There's a girl and the boy. The girl had absolutely no emotion as she talked. She reminded me of the boy who played Anakin in the Phantom Menace.
Oh, Christian Hate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just no emotion. Just recited his lines.
Oh, great. Yay.
Oh, I am so mad at you, Father. Why don't you do something?
Oh, no.
Right. And then the boy was so unimportant to the story. He could have literally been cut out of the film, and it would have not affected the film one iota. In fact, it probably would have made it a better film, to be honest with you, because the boy literally does nothing.
That's disappointing because I really wanted to see that movie.
The CGI was great. The stuff with the elephants is great. Here's the other thing. It wasn't funny, so you can scratch out comedy. It wasn't sweet and tender. You could scratch that out. There was no action, so you could scratch that out. The character played by Michael Keaton as the bad guy was so, like, uninspired bad guy that you're thinking to yourself, Michael, I know you're a better actor than this.
You're a bad guy against Spider-Man.
Right.
What the hell's going on?
So it was completely unmotivated, like unimaginative, which coming from Tim Burton's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, it's typical Tim Burton where there's a steampunk kind of look to it. Everyone says, which that part was fantastic. The stylistic, it was all style, no substance. How's
Super
that?
dark.
Yeah, I did not like it at all.
Oh, man. Okay, well, then I won't take my
like
family to
even
go
my
see it
oldest
this weekend.
daughter Audrey was like, it wasn't that good. My youngest one was like, oh, I loved it. It was amazing. Flying elephant. Yeah. Anyways, so
Right.
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
She's on it.
Well, I always like to keep with the theme, and since baseball season officially started, I'm going to go. Have you ever heard of a website called WAGs?
WAGs
Stands for Wives and Girlfriends. It's where they rate the wives and girlfriends.
They do what?
What?
Pick your.
I'm going to enunciate
carefully.
They rate what wives and girlfriends of MLB players, NFL soccer players, golfers. And rate
hot or
them.
not for
it's
famous people?
yeah, exactly. Hot or not for the wives and girlfriends of athletes. And I have to say, I think golfers and FIFA like soccer players have the hottest.
Oh yeah, golfers.
But
for sure.
with the start of the MLB season, I'm going to pick the WAG.
Okay.
Of
Wife
a
or
MLB
girlfriend?
year. So Evan Longoria, who's a third baseman for the San Francisco Giants, was with the Tampa Bay Rays for many, many years.
Okay.
Local guy. He's from Anaheim here.
That's not Eva Longoria?
No, Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria, okay. Sister,
his wife
brother
is
of Eva Longoria.
Jamie Edmondson.
Edmondson. Okay, I got to pull this up.
I'm going to pull her up.
Yeah, you're going to pull her up, all right.
I'm going to pull it, all right.
Jamie Edmondson. Okay, a redhead.
Yes.
Oh, she used to be married to a Bronco too?
Yeah, so that's
My pictures are way better than that one.
Oh
you
yeah.
showed me.
Oh wow. Yeah, you found one.
That's her.
Yeah, that's her.
So was she a Packers player? Or
I think she just poses. She's a model.
Playboy?
Yeah, she's done Playboy and she's modeled a bunch of stuff. But and women,
Yes,
I
she
get
was in
it.
Playboy.
I get it. Men are shallow, and we all get that. But women, can you just admit to being shallow too? Because I'll notice a lot of these MLB players who are not very good looking.
Hey, look, her nipples.
Ooh, nipples. I notice a lot of these famous people who have these hot wives and girlfriends. Funny how they didn't get these hot girls before they made millions of dollars. But now that they make them. But women, I get it. We are shallow. Men are as shallow as a kiddie pool. I get it. But you are shallow too, and it's time to just admit it.
Yeah, they are. They are 100%.
But they don't admit that they're shallow.
Want a free
Men
meal
will
ticket.
exactly.
They just want, and of course, if you have all that money, you can look that good.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I'm going
Right.
to Jamie
Jamie
Edmondson, or whatever her
Edmondson.
name is,
All
but
right.
she's mine now.
She's wife of Eva Longoria.
Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria. Okay, sorry, I got to write this down. Make sure. I got
All
it
right, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
That's
so
pretty
for
good.
next week's show, we're going to do a little hot or not. I'm just throwing that out there. That's
Are
not
you?
an idea
All
we've
right.
actually talked about.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
I'm also going to do a little Rotten Tomatoes game. We'll come up with a theme. And we'll see
Baseball season, maybe baseball movies.
Maybe baseball movies. And we will see if Chris has gotten to sleep between now and then.
Right? Maybe I'll be less crazy next week.
Oh, well, I sure hope not for the good of radio. Okay. Well, please remember to rate and review. As we've said before, it is always helpful to know how we are doing in your hearts and minds.
Yes, we should be better at this.com is our website. If you have not gone there already, it's very basic and it forwards you over to our Podbean account.
Yeah.
Also, I do an alternative rock countdown show every week. It's called Alt Mixed Up. Check that out, altmixedup.com. And Twitter, Chris_Donovan.
And be aware that my audio book for one of my books is coming out. And I think
Pretty soon, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you for reminding me that the Canadian guy did it. And then
What's in a boot?
What's in a boot? It's a boot 3 hours long.
Well, that's only one way into my work.
Yeah, and I have another one coming out later in the month of April. We might even play a very small clip of that because that's about all I could stomach on the show next week. In the meantime, this is Eric at Sinatra's Rat Pack on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. You guys, thank you so much for listening. We don't make any money doing this.
We don't.
We actually spend
It
money
actually
doing
spends
this.
money.
we pay for
We
this.
pay money to do this, which we should be better at this, obviously.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
All right. Catch you later. Bye.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Monetizing digital services since 2004. Boosting the entertainment industry by making digital content accessible for everyone. AWG. Where innovation meets monetization.